You easy. I'm not sitting in the back seat. You need to get out. You gonna sit in the back seat today? You need to get out. I'm not sitting in the back seat.
My mom's coming, so I
What do you mean you're not coming?
It's not that deep. Just sit in the back seat. As a man, and if you call yourself a king of a palace, and within the palace, you have to make the thing run right. And if the thing not run right, it's not a palace, it's a circus.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good evening. I hope everyone is having a great day. It's been a great week, very successful week, and we hope we can encourage some success from the podcast for tonight. But here again with our very intelligent guest, I keep after saying that we have Mr. Witta the legend, we have Q, and you have myself, Jackson. Good evening, gentlemen. How's it going?
Cheers to the New Year's. Huh? New Year's vibe, right?
There you go. Cheers.
All right. More prosperity and blessing.
100%, man. Q, what's up?
For me, as usual, just giving thanks.
Well, that is the best. That's the greatest thing. I always give thanks, So tonight, we have a very spicy topic, but we are all friends here, so, keep it cardio. But so tonight's topic, we're going to talk about whether or not the wife should take precedence over the mother. So the question is, does the wife take precedence over the mother? Right? Is the wife more important? Is the mother more important? Who has to sit on the car front? All of them something they want to talk about tonight. So kick it off. I think the last time we went with Witta, so this evening, Q, you're gonna kick it off this evening. Does the wife take precedence over the mother, or is it vice versa?
Well, I would say if you put a king in a circus, he's no longer a king, but a king in a palace is a king.
Wow.
Who is beside a king in a palace?
Queen. I love talking apparently, All right. What I talk to you? What you say I go on now? Who you say to take the president? The wife or the mother?
Well, to be honest, this conversation shouldn't be something that is placed for a man to choose. But if you should choose,
Right.
bear these things in mind. You can only have one mother, but many wives.
Hold on, we can have many wives? I never know, sir. You look like a son.
You'd be in a relationship and you can be divorced.
Yeah.
And you can be ex-wife.
All right. Well, let's jump into it and, see how it go. For
And
me
who-
personally.
To Q, I'll say this. Who gives birth to the king? Continue.
Hey, but I want to attack nobody yet, Save the attack, save the ammunition. All right. So for myself, yeah, man, definitely the wife. The Bible says you must leave your mother and cleave to your wife. That is my take on it. But
King
we're
is
gonna jump in
a king is a king.
just like that. But we're gonna jump into some interesting questions around that. So let me kick it off with, I'll start with Witta because Q just started off a while ago. So I'm gonna start with Witta.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that prioritizing your mother over your wife is aligning with your marital commitment?
I'm definitely going to answer your question, but I want to start with a few statements, right?
Yeah.
Growing up as a youth, I'm sure you can attest to it. Q can attest to it. Our first love was who? Who was your first love? Jackson.
Huh?
You know, I don't
My situation, no, man, my situation different, So
you didn't
ask me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Q, who was your first love growing up? Why them are them afraid so them love mommy, man? But anyways, me growing up and a lot of young youths grow up, their first love is your mom, right? And when you think about success, the success that you think about is, I want to buy mommy this house. I want to buy mommy this car. This is the person who brought you forth in the world. This is the person who nurture you, clean your bottom when you mess up. She could have throw you away before she bring you on earth, but she went ahead and she bring forth you to this earth and nurture you. And once you understand that how important a mom is, not the one that will just carry the them and don't pin them, right? A mom, a mom, you understand that you have to respect her for a lifetime. In many cultures, which I'll get a little more deeper in as we go along, in Asia, the mother is seen as the senior. Not saying that you're going to make your mother make decisions for you. In the Middle East, the mothers are seen as some decision makers as well. I make a few notes here that we can look at. That this, the thing that kind of crazy is how we use the Bible when it's convenient to us. I'm sure the Bible tells Jackson many other things that you should not do and you do, right? But to each his own. For me, mama love, there's no love like mama love. I'll get into it as we go along.
Yeah, man, no worries. We love that. We love that. At the end of the day, I'm not saying we shouldn't respect our mothers, I'm going to agree with you there. Obviously, respect is due. You have to have that. But what we're talking about is precedence. Who come first? Right? So, Q, you said that your wife come first, the queen come first. So my question to you now is, do you think your decision is based on societal norms, or is that truly what you believe?
I'm going to go with a statement. If you put a king in a circus and become a clown, a king belong in a palace, right? And there's no comparison between a mother and a wife. Them say comparison steal the joy. There's a category over here and there's a category over here. They're both untouched. One is the left hand, one is the right hand. Who is in the bedroom at night time? You would have never even think about the comparison there. So in your household, you are the king and you have your queen. Yes, there's only one mother and she can never be replaced. As Witter said, you can have many wives, but there shouldn't be a comparison because it's two different categories.
Right.
And you as a king, you're not running a circus. You're running a palace.
So you're saying that your mother is a circus?
I was about to ask him that question because you keep saying that. So you're saying your mother's house is a circus?
No, I make it straight. I see a guy on YouTube and Instagram the other day with the mother and the wife a fight over the
car seat.
The front seat. Front circus. That's a perfect example of circus. As a king, you set certain boundaries. Respect you certain places. There's no comparison. You have your left hand and you have your right hand. Them both needed. But we're talking about in the house. What if your mother find a husband? You think you have the same ranking there?
Actually, didn't mention about house. It said take precedence.
Then where? You're gonna live under the bus stop?
No, it's precedence meaning your life. Be smart about what you say.
No, what may I try to say? Where have your wife? No, where do you have your wife?
You'll get a chance to ask me a question.
No, you have your wife in your palace.
You'll get a chance to ask me a question.
If you don't have a home, put your wife, right? Think about
There's
that.
no love like mama love. Continue, Jackson.
No, man, make a point. More, you're the point for me.
Oh,
if there is no home to put your wife, what happened? That will lead
you have to create one. No, you have to create one and you have to create a palace. At some point in time, you have to create a palace. And your mother, no, we're not talking about love now. Love is a different thing.
Right.
We're not talking about love.
Are you married? Are you married?
You can have
Hold on, man, finish now.
you can have many wives, right?
Yeah.
But there's a certain respect that the wife give the husband and the husband give the wife.
Right.
If you can't, if you're going to have so like without like the man in the video, you know, people
Well,
are fighting for the front seat. You should be the king. You should be the king where.
Hold on.
Discussion.
More you ask a question. Go ahead and ask a question. It's not like you have a heated question for you.
That wasn't a question. That sounds like more of a statement. But I'm just telling him to tread softly.
No, I didn't hear what you said because I was talking over you. So what were you saying? You just said to tread softly. That's all you said?
Oh, you want me to talk now?
Yeah, man. Say something, man.
Okay.
Because it's so like, we must step on your card. Wicked.
No, man. We're having a discussion. It's not about having a car or nothing. We're having an open discussion.
Yeah.
And we have to be intelligent to the fact. I first opened by stating there shouldn't be a comparison. But if I should choose, I would choose my mom. Right? Not saying that you're going to let your mother dictate towards how your life goes. But if you should show or make a choice, choosing mommy would be best. Now, you talk about king and circus. Now, first and foremost, king were made, not born. There are some persons who are born in royalty and still didn't turn out to be a king. King were made through, wars, look in history and whatever the case may be. So a king could grow up in a stable. It doesn't have to be in a palace. But his people will put him there. And him representing for his people or his family or his close associate, they will put him there. That's one of the...
I think he was using that as an example, though. I don't know if he was...
And I'm being more clarified. I'm clear so the audience can understand.
Yeah.
Now, if I have my wife is my wife, and I would never put it where my wife would have to choose or my mom would have to choose. As I said, I mentioned in many different cultures, the mother is seen as a queen. And a lot of us, when we meet somebody and we really like the person, who do we bring them to see how they move around? The persons who are closely knit to their mom. They bring it to mommy.
Right.
So she move around mommy if you see the vibes. Because mommy have vibes that
you don't have.
You probably can't. Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you made mention of the car seat incident, I totally disagree with that. That the man don't know how to place his opinion when it comes to his mom and his wife. No, the mother has no right to say she should be in the front. That should be the wife saying, well, mommy, drive in the front, I'll stay with the kids. That's what the wife would choose if she wants to. But from that mother is stepping up and saying, you get in the back, I'm sitting at the front. You already see that mother has no form of boundaries. Yeah. So one of the things is also, as a son, you're supposed to be able to tell mommy how you feel. And I said, mommy, how you act, I don't appreciate that. But I think that stemmed more from something else. Probably that man was feeding his mom some negativity about his wife. Hence his mother feel like she should act that way. So I just don't want to look on the face value of the video. There are different elements that could bring that video to that level. What I'm stating is...
And just to clarify, the video that Wita is talking about, that's the video that you saw earlier on the podcast at the beginning.
Can I say something?
Yeah, man.
See me, as a king, we wear the crown. So that would never happen. That man was running a circus. So that's what I'm saying. Comparison steals the joy. There's a time and a place for everything. Whether the kingdom could be even in the gutter, right? It's not the place that defines the kingdom, right? It's how it operates, right? Now, that should never happen in the first place, because you're creating a family. right? And your mother wants you to have the best. And your mother wants you to have the grandkids. And your mother wants the respect to be there, right? So you as a man, your mother going to step in if she feel like you're not ready yet. Yeah, run a circus and your mother first instinct is to protect her child, right? So if you're not a man and you can't control the thing, you have a woman but you can't control the thing and your mother says you need little help, she'll go step in when it's necessary.
Even if it's not necessary, she'll go step in. But you know what? I have a question for Wita, because based on your opinion, in what situations? Because I hear what you said, but then again, when you're explaining it, you're kind of contradicting yourself. So in what situations are you prioritizing your mom over the wife?
I'm saying that the presidents, I understand that I can only have one mom. So I would treat my mom like a queen. And if I should choose, in certain cases, I would choose my mom. That's what I'm stating. No,
so I'm asking you for a scenario.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving. So I'm giving you. So, for example, let's give out the pocket scenario. If you see if mom and papa one another, the wife for the other, what do you see? What do you see, Jackson?
No answer.
I don't. That's a very out of the pocket scenario. That's a very out of the pocket scenario.
Indeed, it is a scenario.
No, that's a very out of pocket scenario, because at the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, our mothers and our wives are very intellectual and very, very internety people, and they are going to see this interview. So you don't want to give an answer to that, and then run into some issues. So we're gonna skip past that question. But give me another scenario.
Oh, like you take come and running that story because you're not able to control it.
No, man, give me an next scenario. You can't. Because at the end of the day, you love them both. That's like asking a person to choose between, well.
All right. So that's what you're basically.
I was going to say wife and child, but I think if my wife and my child are in danger, I mean, if you choose one of them, you have to choose my child, because if I choose my wife, she's going to kill me.
No, but
she's going to say, how dare you save me and I save the pitney.
No, you're changing the scenario. You're choosing.
No, I know.
But I won't put you guys on the spot, like when you're trying to put me on the spot. This is when I run from the question. Right? You're a liar, Marlo. No answer. But, no, what I'm stating is that there are scenarios when it comes to the household. Yeah. Your family is what you discuss amongst your family. Right. But at times, we do have issues in our household. Likewise, the wife will go ahead and probably confide in a friend. You know what I mean? Or probably confide in her parent. And you can know the difference. That's why I'm trying to relate it to the video itself, because it's a video that sparked this conversation. So it could be a case, when you have your friends and if you badmouth your partner or your family to badmouth your partner with your family or friends, it will show in their reaction. Or they react to you, it will show.
No, absolutely.
You understand? So that's why I said there are more elements. I just don't want to put one aside or whatever. There are more elements. So when the mother reacts in that way, it couldn't just be about the car seats. I think somebody just got up and cuss about a car seat like that.
So you're saying there could be a deeper,
exactly,
something else going on where she react like that.
And okay. If you realize how this man represented or dealt with the situation, I understand in the case why you would say you would say a circus. However, putting precedence, when I'm growing up, and the first trick me get, I put it in a mama hand. And one of the biggest stream for many young youths out there who have that relationship, because not everybody have a relationship with their mom, but majority do. When Vybz and Kartel sing, they never say they want to put them wife in a big house. Then say they want to put mama in a big house and give her a car and land. You understand? So majority persons, that's your first love. You want to make sure that she's okay. Will you not make your family that live in the house that you are in okay? Naturally, they will be okay. But if mama
with
have a
that,
problem,
with that. Thank you very much for your opinion there. So let me just say, let's move away from the video for a second, right? And we're gonna ask a more practical question, right? So
but you didn't answer my practical question.
what do you think the purpose of a marriage is? Let me start with Q.
I like the way how you ask that question. You see? Now, you want your generation to live on as a king. Right? Your mother want that for you too.
Yes.
Now, you have a family. As a boy, you're in your family with your parents. But as a man, you create your own. Right? Now, we're not talking about just a side chick where you pick up. Because you make a oath and say, listen me, this is my wife. Whether you believe it or not, divorce or say she not take half away you have. Depends on how you're married. So,
Mother have no say in that.
Exactly. So you know what you get it into. Actions speak louder than words. But at the same time, comparison steals the joy. There should be no comparison between the mother and the wife. You're not supposed to say, yeah, take care of your mother. Your mother's supposed to be taken care of. That is your responsibility. So I go back to the question you asked me. You're creating a family with somebody. That person's supposed to become your partner. If you don't see certain qualities in that individual, don't marry.
I love that. And let me just say, just a quick comparison. Not a comparison, but a quick statement that kind of helps support what Q just said a while ago, right? When you plant a pear tree, right? The pear tree don't eat pears. You plant an apple tree, the apple tree don't eat apple. So basically, when you plant the tree, the fruit of the tree is not supposed to benefit the tree. It's supposed to benefit, whoever the consumer is. So at the end of the day, you can't grow your son and expect your son to be benefiting you, right? At the end of the day, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't take care of your parents. Definitely you should if you can. But it's not your responsibility to take care of you. I don't think it's your responsibility to take care of your parents.
You should, though.
Can I say something?
If you can, you should.
No, you should.
If you can, you should.
Can I say something,
right?
Gentlemen?
But it is not your responsibility to take care of the parents. The parents responsible to take care of you. And you're responsible to take care of your family.
Until you're adult. Because remember, we know what I say something. Remember, the tables turn.
Yeah.
No, when you're born, somebody wipe your butt. But when you get older, somebody have to wipe that butt.
Yes, agreed.
Who are the better person for wipe that butt and make sure that butt is being taken care of? The one who received
I like you say that still, but definitely.
No. What they want like it. No, what they want like it. What they want like it.
It would be your partner. It would be your partner, your kids.
No. What they want like it or not.
Yes.
Right?
Reality.
A reality.
Yes. Agreed.
Your mother wipe your butt when you're a baby.
Yes.
Right? And if you reach a stage you're sick, sometimes God bless you if you find a woman where would do that. But your mother will do it.
That is true.
So that's why I'm saying you have to be careful or you throw the stick before you cross the bridge.
Not throwing away the stick. What I'm talking about is facts. That is facts.
No.
Right?
What may I try to say? Don't make sure you have the umbrella after the rain fall, because rain would fall again.
I agree with you 100%. But what I'm saying is it's up to you as a person to say, within yourself, you have to have that level of appreciation for your parents.
Jackson.
I don't agree with that. That could be our next topic. But anyway, let's talk about. I want you to answer the question. What is the purpose of marriage? Before you come in, what me say?
To me or to Twitter?
Twitter, you answer that already.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's about forming that bond with that person legally, because you can't have that bond before the ring. So it's forming that bond with that person legally. And
Okay.
yeah, and that person, as Q and you mentioned, creating a family, sharing a space, both emotionally, financially, name all that is, and see how best you can grow as a family. So it's a commitment. That's what marriage is. A legal commitment.
Just a legal commitment.
Yes, because a lot of us are committed in a relationship before we even put on the ring.
But let's take the legal part out of it. Because when we say marriage, I don't necessarily mean the what do you call it now? Like the legal aspect of you wedding to somebody. I mean marriage in the sense that you take on a wife, right? Whether it's common law or actual. What is the purpose of that?
Well, I say it's a bond, and it's where two persons become one, and they try their best to build a life together.
So two persons become one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's how it should be. That's how it should be.
Okay, so where the mother fit in at the one?
Well, the life giver, how she fit in your life. No, I understand that you said you didn't have a personal relationship with your mom. So I understand that
Why
you
did
can't.
I say that? Continue.
Let's get to the beginning of the podcast. So therefore, you say you couldn't choose that way because you didn't grow up with your mom. But for me, my mom and my father, they form a family.
Right.
But for some reason, he wasn't there, and it's not just there in the home. He wasn't there in my life, right?
Yeah.
So it was more of the mother become the father, and there are a lot of persons who have that form of life. But what brings me the love for a mom is that she was there, as Q said. When nobody wasn't there, she was there. I'm saying to you that as I start the program, I said there shouldn't be a case where you have to choose. But if I should give the number one woman in my life, the number one is going to be mom. That doesn't mean that my wife was short of anything. That doesn't mean that I will allow my mom to disrespect my wife. Because even as a father, even though your child is the number one priority in your life, you will still, if that child is doing something that is wrong, you would still correct that child and say, listen, I truly love you, that is wrong. And I won't accept that. That doesn't mean that I will allow her disrespect. That doesn't mean that I will make she feel like she can disrespect and talk to my wife a certain way. You have to understand the balance. Once you can strike the balance, you'll understand.
Gentlemen, may I say something?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Can we have one last question?
So, I'm just going to say this real quick. Whether your mother did in your life, not just for us, for anybody watching this podcast, whether your mother did in your life or never in your life, right? Your mother is the one we're bringing in the world, right?
Yes.
Without she, you would not be here, right? So, I believe you have a certain responsibility. If you're fortunate to have your mother in your life, be grateful. But she bring you come.
Right.
So you have a certain responsibility. Because if anything should happen, them are going to claim her as your mother, whether you want to admit it or don't want to admit it. Whether she good or she bad, are your mother. So if you're watching this podcast, right, no matter who you want to put first, just understand, say, certain respect is due to your mother at all times. You have some people who may have a lot of disagreement with their mother. Some people grow rough, some people grow soft, some people, but a certain level of respect must be there. That is your responsibility. You can't call yourself king. You don't take care of your kids and you don't take care of your mother. Your kids and your mother play a different role from your wife. So we don't want nobody watch this podcast and I feel like say, oh, because me choose this one over that. No. As a man, and if you call yourself a king of a palace, and within the palace, you have to make the thing run right. And if the thing not run right, it's not a palace, it's a circus.
Respect your opinion, Q. I'm glad you said that because, you know, at the end of the day, you have other people, you have viewers out there sitting on their couch watching this right now that are thinking the same way. But I respectfully disagree with some of what you said, not all of it. I definitely agree with you that you have to respect your mother, right? You have to respect your father, respect your parents, they brought you into the world. But when it comes on to our responsibility, your responsibility is who you choose to bring into your life, right? Those persons are your responsibility because you choose to bring them into your life. So whether it be the kids, the wife, or whatever the case is. But in the case of a mother, your mother is not your responsibility. Now, again, I'll go back and say, because you love your mother and because you respect what she has done for you, within yourself, you have to think to yourself to say, all right, you know, I have to show appreciation. And you will show appreciation by taking care of her, but she's not your responsibility. It's the other way around. So I understand when the person get old and all of that, again, you have to show your appreciation. Hold on, man. You have to show your appreciation and say, yes, you know, I am showing my appreciation and taking care of my mother. So that's how I look at it.
I'm going to this question. I'm going to ask you this question.
Yes.
If your mother only have one child.
Yeah.
And you're not responsible for your mother can't help herself. Who's responsible for her?
So you're talking about...
No, who?
Hold on, no. You're talking about what? Financial responsibility? Are you... Hold on. Are you talking about financial responsibility? Are you talking about physically responsible for her? Are you talking about emotions? Because emotions, if you and your mother have a relationship, obviously you're going to be there for her. If
and everybody have good relationship with their mother. I say, if your mother only have one child, don't have a good relationship with... No, listen to the question. It's a general question.
Yes.
Your mother only have one child. Something wrong with that. One child. Who is responsible for her?
What if you and your mother don't have a good relationship? Like you have a horrible relationship, not talk, none talk, not deal. 10 years now, don't say hi to one another.
Does it matter?
You know, I'm not going to be responsible for her. So they're going to find somebody else to take care of her. Somebody is going to take care of her. If I'm the government.
Gentlemen, I don't want no mother I want to catch on the ear now. Let's
Hey, listen, hold on. I want to make it clear. Listen, I'm not saying don't take care of mother, you know. I'm just saying that you should choose. It's not inherently your responsibility. That's my opinion still. My opinions are my opinions. This is not the opinion of the Kommon Cents Podcast. It's my opinion.
when the doctor tell your mother for push,
yes,
over responsibility for push.
Your mother responsibility.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You are your mother's responsibility, but not the other way around.
Yeah. No, you can't use your umbrella when you want cover from the rain.
It's not about that your umbrella, man. Come on. Anyway, so we want to wrap. Well, it's not wrapping it up. So, but we're gonna cut for a quick commercial break. I come back with a lot more excitement and a lot more cutting edge.
Yeah, I'll have some questions for you, gentlemen, and we'll come back.
You have some questions? All right. When you come back, you ask a question, MG.
But I don't get ready.
All right, Kommon Cents. Make it make sense.
Make
Come back in a few minutes.
Don't miss it.